Can't go back in time. You can play would have, could have, should have. You're going to beat yourself up about it. You're going to be all upset. And people do not tell you about unrealistic expectations. They don't tell you that it's a marathon, it's not a sprint. They want to sell you on, you put your $100 in and you can make $1 million. Well, if you get a 10,000X and you buy at the very bottom and you go up 10,000X and you sell the very top, yes, you can make $1 million. But you need a 10,000X for your $100 to be $1 million. Okay? You need to capitalize on all of that, which means you do need to buy the absolute bottom and buy the absolute top. And by the way, everyone throws around 10,000X like that's a normal number today. You know how absolutely absurd that was to say when Richard said that before Hex ever did it? Nobody thought that was possible. It was unheard of, especially in a coin with 650 billion supply. You know, you're talking about a coin that was like 300 billion market cap at the top because it was kind of sort of designed to abolish that whole market cap limitation myth, because it doesn't come down to market cap limitation. Okay? It comes down to buyers and sellers, supply and demand. But anyway, to carry on to our whiteboard discussion, if you only have $100 in, you need a 10,000X to make $1 million. Okay? You need a full 10,000X to make $1 million. All right? If you have $1,000 in, you still need 1,000X to make $1 million. Okay? If you only get 100X, you need to have $10,000 in to make $1 million. Okay? You follow me? Just so you know, the 100X was the holy grail of all crypto. Okay? People didn't talk about 10,000X, 1,000X. Okay? Have things done it? Yes. And things that have done it, like SHIB, Doge, things that have done it, usually you're not buying at the bottom. By the time you find out about it, you've already missed the first 100X. You follow me? You have missed the first 100X. By the time you find out about it, you missed the 100X. So then what? What is the potential at that point? Well, 100X. That's your potential. Okay? Now you can say, okay, but Johnny, no, I want to put my $100 in the one thing that's going to do a 10,000X. Which one of the 40 million tokens is going to do it? Do you have 40 million times $100 to put in each one of the tokens so you catch the right one? You know you have better odds on a roulette table. It's 1 in 30, 1 in 36 numbers plus 1 in 38 odds of a 35X. You have a 1 in 38 odds on the roulette table of 35X. You have a 1 in 40 million chance of picking the right coin to put your $100 in. Think about it. In these markets, what matters is if people even heard of the token to know to buy it. That matters, because they will not buy it until the price moves. And by then, you've probably already missed your first 100X. Okay? So let's talk about the Bitcoin myth. They'll say that 0.01 Bitcoin is all you need, right? Now what you need is a math lesson. You got $1 million Bitcoin, you got 10 grand. That's what you get. Okay? You got $1 million Bitcoin, and you've got 0.01 Bitcoin, you got 10 grand. That's what you got. You're not retiring on that. Okay? Plain and simple. But this idea of people throwing out 1,000X, 10,000X, that's new. That is actually new. And nobody really thought those kind of gains were possible until Hex did it in 1.5 years. And you know when people bought? The top. That's when they got interested. That's when they got interested. So here I am, stuck with people that are actually in the hole because they did not get the same entry prices as me. I did not sign on for people to have a bad time. I wanted people to share in my experience. And it's very frustrating because here I'm stuck. Because now you got to find a way out of the hole. And that's why I did the other videos about dollar cost averaging and how to reduce your entry point and how to at least get your money back. And that's only if something is going to go back up. And we have no guarantees of what's going to happen, right? So these ideas of 1,000X, well, get 1,000X, you need $1,000 in. And you need 1,000X. Okay? You got $100, you need a 10,000X. But you're just going to say, well, Johnny, look, I don't have $10,000 to put in crypto. That's fine. If this is your first season, maybe a 10X. Maybe you take your $1,000 and you get that $1,000 up to $10,000. So next time, you've got your $10,000 in. Okay? It just takes more time. All right? I don't want to hear that. I don't want to hear it. I don't want to hear it. It takes more time. I don't want to do 2 seasons. Well, I don't know what to tell you. Okay? You have more in now at the lows. Okay? So that you can have more for next cycle. Or you're going to have to wait more time. Those are your choices. Okay? And yes, you can throw your lottery tickets around there, but that is less money that you're going to have later. So, hey, You're going to have to make choices. But again, 100x, guys, is the holy grail of crypto. No one is going to crap on 100x. But if you only got 10 bucks in, you got $1,000. You're not going to retire on that. Okay? So you can't just dump your whole paycheck into this stuff, and be dependent to pay your bills on this stuff. You have to be able to invest what you can, and you have to be in a position where you are able to wait. If you're not able to wait, you'll be forced to sell at prices that you don't want to, and you will sell your opportunity. And people won't tell you that. They will say, come on, just bring all your money. Come on, just bring all your money. Oh, just bring all your money. No, you can't. You can't do that. This stuff is very volatile, and most of it does not have the volatility programmed out of it. They consider it a feature, not a bug. Because when it does pump, people that bought lower sell. It's just simply how it works. But you have to kind of sort of do the math. How much do you have in? Right now, at these numbers, how much do you have in? How many X's do you really need to make to recover? The only other way to recover is, like I said, the other video with the dollar cost averaging. If you buy at the top, yep, I think I still got it up here. I do. If you buy here at $1,000 and you put your $1,000 at the top, and you buy down here at $1,000, you only need a 2x to recover that 1,000x that's or $1,000 that's up there. You only need a 2x. So if it drops 99%, it drops from $1 down to a penny. In order to get this $1,000 back, okay, you only need 2 pennies. You only need it to go from 1 penny to 2 pennies. That gives you it gives you $2,000 on the $1,000 that you put down on here. If you take that $1,000 back out, that still leaves you $1,000 in at the lower entry price. Okay, you recovered your $1,000 that you put in at the top. So yeah, you have to double down. There's no other way around it but to double down at the lows if you believe that you're going to 2x back up. Okay, if you don't believe, you feel like you just wasted your money, you got scammed, you're out. You have guaranteed your loss, because now the only thing you can do is hold on to your $1,000 that you put in at the top, ride this all the way down in misery, and then you can ride it about halfway up where you finally go, oh, I'm at 50%, I quit. Because that's what's going to happen to you. Almost guaranteed that's what's going to happen to you. It's going to start going up, because this is not a straight line, guys. You can have 60, 70% dips all the way up on this run up, and you will. And if you look at the hex chart and you actually inflate it and blow it up, you'll see that the ride up to 10,000x is full of 60, 70, 80% dips all the way up as it goes back up. It's just when it goes down, it went back up so much higher. It's not a straight line. It's not a straight line. I wish it was a straight line. I wish I could say, guys, just put your money in here, it automatically goes up. I wish I could say that to you. I did not sign on for everybody to have a bad experience. But now that people are having a bad experience, I'm trying to stick around and do the best that I can to at least provide some information to help you get out of the situation. That's it. That's all I can do. And the people that have been dollar cost averaging and reducing their entry price, here's the thing. Here's the thing. Why would you buy here? Why would you buy here? Why would you buy here? Because you don't know where the bottom is. You don't know where the bottom is. You are reducing your dollar cost average. They call it buying the falling knife. Don't get caught buying the falling knife, guys. Well, if you don't know where the bottom is. You don't know when it's going to stop. You don't know when it's going to decide that it's going to want to go back on a run again. You don't know that. The only way to catch the bottom is to buy till you get there. That's why nobody should put some lump sum of money in at any one particular time. You should not put one lump sum of money in and say, that's it. That's my investment. I'm done. This is a growing, evolving sort of thing. And again, it's a marathon. It's not a sprint. And people should be more honest with telling you what these things can do. But unfortunately, everybody gets bit by the FOMO bug when they see this big run up. That's when they're interested. That's when they're interested every time. They don't care at these lows. They're like, ha ha ha, you're down. You're down. That's all they think. Instead of going, oh my gosh, look, this thing's on sale. They don't think like that, okay? If it was your favorite pair of shoes and you got it 99% off, would you buy them? Right? Or are you one of those people who get mad because you go to the store and you buy something and they put it on sale the next day? Because it happens. Many times you've probably gone to the store and bought something and they put it on sale the next day. It happens. Okay? In crypto, those sales can be very extreme. And every single crypto, guys, do you know what you're buying? Do you know what you're buying? Do you know what crypto is? Do you know what you're competing against? Literally, all your send and receive function tokens, all 40 million of them out there. All your basic cookie cutter tokens. A lot of it has to do with how they're set up, on how they perform in price. But when it comes down to it, all you got is basically a ledger. And the ledger is, you got one unit over here, you take that unit away over here, and you add that unit over here. Literally, crypto is nothing but a ledger. It is a way to track units of account being transferred from one side of the equation to another wallet. That's it. That is really it. They all have different pictures. They all have different stories to them. You can buy them as collectibles and say, okay, well, I like this one's picture. I want a picture of it in my wallet. But what it comes down to is very simple. All basic tokens are simply a pet rock. You deduct one unit here and you add a unit over here. And that's really what crypto actually is. It doesn't matter what people's story is. Even Bitcoin. That is totally Bitcoin's function. You can't build on it. There's no mechanisms. There's no additional mechanisms to it. The one thing about Bitcoin is you can't mine it. So all the new tokens that come onto the market, they ain't going to you. So understand what you're buying, understand how these things work, and I hope it works out for you. I want you to have a good experience, not a bad one.